Away from the Upper East region, African recent credit rating downgrades have been linked to factors such as limited central bank independence, weak institutional infrastructures, and insufficient foreign exchange reserves. During a lecture at the University of Ghana titled "A $75 billion Question, Do African Countries Face Systemic Sovereign Credit Rating Bias?" a professor at the Department of Banking and Finance of the University of Ghana Business School, Professor Elikplimi Agbloyor, proposed that Africa should establish its own credit rating agencies.
The second in a series of the Inter-College Lecture Series by the College of Humanities of the University of Ghana commenced with an exhibition which formed part of the college's celebration of the Day of Scientific Renaissance of Africa. The event provided a platform for colleges and researchers within the university to showcase their scholarly works, including publications. Professor Elikplimi Komla Agbloyor from the Department of Banking and Finance at the University of Ghana Business School delivered the lecture titled "A $75 billion Question, Do African Countries Suffer from Systemic Sovereign Credit Rating Bias?" During the lecture, he made reference to data from 2000 to 2023, which encompass 132 global economies, which highlighted the impacts of credit rating upgrades and downgrades by agencies. Professor Agbloyor specifically focused on empirical evidence on how African countries are disproportionately affected by biases in credit ratings. He attributed these biases to factors such as corruption or opacity in African institutions, inadequate financial institutions, and inefficient labor force participation. In an interview, the professor proposed ways to improve credit ratings across Africa.
It is in order for African countries to actually establish or create their own credit reversing agencies, or agencies to actually rate obligors who want to issue bonds. We think that this is important because, one, the ratings are expensive, so not many companies, for example, can actually afford the rating.
The provost of the College of Humanities at the University of Ghana, Professor Daniel Frimpong Ofori, emphasized the importance of recommitting to the application of science and technology for socio-economic development.
It is not only chemical and physical science that is science. Humanities, arts, law, business, all of these areas are also science. So we want to showcase our contribution to science, and importantly, how science can push and facilitate development.
The lecture attracted various categories of people, including industry professionals and researchers.